How can you have fun, be social, and stay on track all at the same time? I'm sure that you're sick of and tired of hearing that in order for you to get to your goals, you need to adhere to a super strict exercise and nutrition plan, and you also need to give up of some of your social life. So for example, at the moment, we're coming up to the silly season and we're naturally gonna be out more. We're naturally gonna be attending events where there's, food that might not be so healthy, and we're naturally also going to be drinking a little bit more. So what can we do to stay on track and not having to start all over again? There's definitely a few things you can implement right now, and I find that one of the most common reasons people completely fall off track is that they don't have a foundation. So what are your non-negotiables? What is your basic, this is what I'm doing, and I can always do these basic things no matter whether I'm going through a really busy social time, and this is what you are committed to for yourself. So if you naturally going into approaching and working towards your goals with a all or nothing mindset, meaning, okay, now I am all in, I am exercising 5 days a week, and I am cleaning up my food, then you've not actually taken the time to find what is the foundation for you. So one step at a time, build a foundation first that is not too restrictive, that you can come back to it at later stages after you've gone through a really busy period of time that was social and where you had to attend events and have been drinking a little bit more alcohol maybe as well. Something that's really strict, and once you fall off, you feel like you have to start all over again. So throughout really busy periods of time, and especially the silly season, try and commit to the basic things that are non-negotiable. Now, on top of that, obviously there are a few things that I want to share with you today, so you don't feel like you're completely losing track. So let's start with your nutrition. Now, if you know that you have a big event coming up, for example, in the evening, you want to decrease your food intake slightly throughout the day because you know you're going to be consuming high calories in the evening. So I'm not talking about starving yourself throughout the day, but what helps is really high protein meals, for example, lots of greens with some chicken, avocado, things like that, that will fill you up but won't fill up the tank for your calories that you're filling up later in the evening. Now also, if you plan on having some alcohol, first of all, enjoy a cocktail if that's something you love, but generally try and opt for lower calorie options when it comes to alcohol. So for example, an Aperol Spritz is going to be having a lot more calories than a vodka soda. So they're really basic steps to implement. Also, alcohol is really high in carbs, so what you can do is just try and limit carbs in and around your alcohol consumptions. And if you had a fair bit to drink, the next day you could, for example, implement some intermittent fasting, which means that you won't eat until midday. So that way you get to balance things out as opposed to falling off track. Now, in terms of your lifestyle, maintain 10,000 steps a day. So again, if you're running out of time, you don't have a lot of time available, can you squeeze in a walk in the morning so you're maintaining that basic activity as well? What are your non-negotiable amount of exercise days per week? It's also helpful to keep yourself accountable by finding an exercise buddy, someone you can go to the gym with or work out in a park, whatever suits you. That's also super helpful to stay on track throughout busy periods of time. And like we said before, don't approach things with an all or nothing mindset. It's super important to build that foundation, and throughout busy periods, that's what's going to keep us on track and also get us started again once that period is over. Now, also what's helpful is set some goals for once this period is over and start to implement some or think about some action steps that you will take once you are able to, once the busy period is over. Start to visualize what that's going to look like, what it looks like to have achieved those goals, and that'll also help you to keep yourselves a little bit more accountable throughout this period of time.